And we're live.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, girl?
What's going on? How's it going?
Good, good. I am feeling really good. I feel refreshed.
Me too.
I feel refreshed. And you look refreshed with all the
Thank
bright
you.
colors. And you brought the colors back, but you didn't bring back that 80-degree weather.
Well, it'll a little bit of it will show up next week when we get to
Right.
the 30. So give it a moment. Give it a
Right. You
moment.
know, it's weird when we hoping for some 30-degree weather. You know what I'm saying? That it's
Yeah.
cold. It's
Yeah,
cold.
I mean, 30 degrees is a warm up. And so
Man.
I'm one of them people where, when we used to run outside, it was maybe 1 or 2 degrees and you just prepared for it. But 30 degrees, you're like, okay, this is really, I have no excuse now.
Right.
But before we get into all of that,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone knows who we are. I'm Natalie Hayden,
And I'm LaVerne Badger.
and we are Expose
Expose the
the
podcast.
Podcast. Yes, we are. Expose the Podcast. We back full in effect. Feeling really good. I want to say thank you, Laverne, for celebrating me and spending time with me on my B day. I think everyone needs to be celebrated in some shape, form, or fashion. But
Yes.
you really did it. So thank you so much.
Yay. Well, you're welcome. That's what we did this week is we celebrated. We went out of town. We went to Florida and hung out with a couple friends to celebrate Natalie and her birthday. And it wasn't a hard, you didn't have to twist my arm. It was just like,
No.
oh, we going to Florida? Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm tired of sitting in this house. We can make that happen. And
But we did it safely. Like,
yes,
we wore our mask the entire time. People, like, they really enforced wearing masks. Like, you could
even on
not,
the beach, like the
even
beach
on
was
the beach.
good, nice
Yes.
and separated. People weren't like all on top of each other. It just was, they were conscious of it, but there were some people who weren't necessarily so conscious of it, but it was very far and few between of those individuals, and you just kind of knew to kind of stay away from
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
But
Yeah. Even if it means closing an elevator door in someone's face, so,
hold up. Let me tell y'all about your girl here. Now, she's cute, she's soft spoken, she has a generous heart, all of that. Until somebody was trying to come in that elevator when it was more than 4 people, and that was our group. It was a woman who was like, "Oh, do you mind if we?" And Natalie reached across the woman to push the button. She didn't even say nothing. She said no. She didn't even say no, ma'am. It's at capacity. It's no. That's against the rules. She just crossed over and went to the number that we were going to and pushed that button as if that woman had said nothing to her.
well,
I thought that was some of the funniest stuff I had heard in a long time. I mean, I was just like, oh, such the rudeness. In the shade, but I guess it's more rude to be trying to pile up in an elevator
yes, ma'am, you
to
can read
expose
4
them.
is the max. 4 is the max. We not doing that. So since you can't read, you get an elevator door closed in your face. If you can't read, I bet you'll read it again.
Woo, that
But
was a lot. That tickled my soul. That tickled my soul. That tickled my soul. So yes, I don't know why my phone is going off. It ain't rang all day. But I had a blast. The weather was beautiful. The food was amazing. We ate
amazing.
every day. We ate somewhere different twice a day. So everywhere we went twice a day, it was somewhere different. We didn't go to the same place, which was great because takes me out of my comfort zone a little bit too. So
It
thank you.
does. It does. I like to
Yeah.
shake her up a little bit. One thing that like I'm really trying to embrace and also making sure my partner embraces it is that we need breaks. We need breaks in doing this work. And sometimes it's a birthday that can really okay it for Laverne because she's a dedicated worker bee in this life in this work that we're doing, and she's committed There is no question without a doubt that she is not committed. When I went to Africa for a month, she was like, "Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but I'm
We
still."
can't shut down completely.
We can't
Like,
shut down completely, but I think she's learning, for me and also for her. It is good for us to take
yeah,
time for ourselves, because you have to live life a little bit, and that's really important, especially in this work that we do. Because Expose the Podcast, we are education, prevention, awareness all around domestic violence, domestic abuse, and violence prevention, so to speak.
right.
And we're here to speak to our experiences and speak to how we're thriving and how we're trying to bring others along with us. And that requires, sometimes you got to take a break.
And it does. And so she does that very well to make sure that we're both in a good space. And so I thank you for that. And so, it was Valentine's Day weekend as well. So we
We
hope that everybody had a
realize,
great Valentine's Day,
yeah,
and that they got everything that they wanted. And even if you didn't, that you loved on yourself,
that's right.
during this time. But February also is teen dating violence. So we also want to bring it back home to that, is that for teen dating violence awareness is that it's on a rise. And if you know a teen, make sure you're talking to them. If you have teens in your house, pay attention to what they're doing, how they're feeling, who they're seeing, because some of those signs can be subtle until something happens, and then you're like, oh my God, that was a big red flag,
Yes, ma'am.
or the person that they're dating. And so this is not just for parents who have daughters. This is for your parents who have sons who may be getting abused by a girlfriend or somebody that they're dating, and that abuse doesn't always show up physical. That
Mhm.
abuse actually is much higher, emotional and verbal abuse. So take the time, make sure we're loving on our teens and paying attention to our teenagers.
Absolutely. And so, with that, last week we had our special guest, Imani Ray. She's a youth, and she came on and spoke and had a nice conversation with me about the things that we can do as young adults. Or just adults in general, and how we can just raise our antennas just a little bit more in providing a safe space. And providing a safe space means that somehow you need to start building a relationship with the young people around you, and to know that they're just not willing to just share and be vulnerable unless they feel comfortable to do that with you. So if you're at odds and you're a parent, we strongly suggest that you try to bring in a third party, or maybe try to create
Right.
opportunities for conversations to be had. And those moments where now we're in a pandemic, we're shut in together, maybe put that phone away and let's watch this movie and talk about it afterwards. And who
Yeah.
knows, it can breed some type of other conversation. But you have to get creative with dealing with your youth and not leaving it to all of these other organizations or these entities to do the work for your young adult.
Right. Right. Let us do our part as parents. And as for me, as someone who was in my abuse started as a teenager, I didn't have that person. I didn't feel like I had a confidant. It was other things that played a part. I had just lost my mother. And so there were other entities where I didn't feel safe to say what I was going through. But
Hmm.
if you don't have that person, reach out to one of us, and we
Yeah.
can possibly connect you to a mentor. It could be us, it could be someone else, it could be someone closer to you. Just want to make sure that someone within your age group that you can connect with, that you may have more of can have more of a relationship with, if you're closer in age with someone. But just don't, if you're in that age group and you're not talking to somebody and you're listening to this, talk to somebody. You would be so surprised what your parents have gone through. We don't always share what we've gone through, but you would be so surprised at what your
Yeah.
parents may have gone through. And this would be an opportunity to share, what's going on with you and to protect you. Allow us to protect you.
Yes, yes.
So
So sometimes we need to get in your business, and that's
yes.
okay. Everybody needs somebody in their business every once in a while. Even when you're grown, you have people that still checking for you and saying, ma'am, what is going on with you?
Right.
Um, so it's okay. Know that
It's
people are
okay.
always going to be checking for you. And like LaVerne said, you can send us an email right at the bottom of the screen is exposeddva@gmail.com. And we will kindly and be so gracious to be able to provide you with that resource and an opportunity to have a listening ear for whatever you need it for, right?
So this little what you got going on, this hashtag no more mean girls pledge. What
Yeah.
is that about?
We just dropping all type of nuggets.
What
Um,
is that
I mean, we
about?
don't have all the details, but we are looking for 1 million women to join us in this No More Mean Girls
Did
pledge.
you just say 1 million?
1 million, you heard me, 1 million. And we're looking for, a mother and her daughter, a aunt and her niece. It can be grandma and granddaughter. It could be anyone, but we need 1 million women to stand with Exposed to Podcast to say, no more mean girls. And what does that look like, that pledge? Send us send an email saying, yes, I'm in. And trust me, you're not going to want to not be a part of this because we're going to have some people, some heavy hitters.
Okay, so where are we gonna have some heavy hitters? So 2021. Some of you have made, because we've been dropping little nuggets and hints and stuff, but 2021 we will be having a conference that is going to talk about no more mean girls. And what we mean by that, and and we use girls loosely because
Mm-hmm.
women can be mean as well, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
It's just
But
that little girl has grown
it's
up. That's
that little it's the little girl in the woman that has not grown up, and
yes, right.
somehow circumstances has had, and because I feel like some people are born just to be mean. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what you do to them, you can love on them, they just born to be mean. Some people have turned that way based on circumstances and being hurt, and not trusting of other women, and being burned by individuals, and then they put this armor on, and within having that armor, what they're doing is spewing out venom in the process
Mm-hmm.
of trying to protect themselves. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And
yeah, yeah.
so we all know that we as women do this. Now, if there's a woman out there who have never said that, say that she has never judged, she has
Mm-hmm.
never criticized, she has never said a mean word in private or in public about another woman, you are a lie. A lie.
So we're all
A
guilty of
lie.
it. We're all guilty of it, and we're
We're
all
all
capable.
guilty of it, and I'm guilty of it. It's not any of my finest moments, and I've had many of them. I will say I raise my hand and I pledge that
Mm-hmm.
I will no more be. I take the no more mean girl pledge because
I do.
I take the pledge as well because I know and I'm still a work in progress. But once we know and we can acknowledge that that's
Mhm.
what we've done, and we want to do better, that's all we're asking. And then
It's
we reach back,
accountability. That's
and
all
then
it
we
is.
reach back and continue to show our daughters, our neighbors, our sisters, our nieces, our little cousins that this is how we move as proud women. This is how we move. And being a mean girl is not a culture thing. It is not how much money you make. Just like domestic violence, it does not discriminate. But I do think it can be a female thing. I think
Absolutely.
it's a gender thing. And but this conference is something for us to have a conversation about that. But not just to have a conversation about it, but um to be able to have solutions,
Right.
have conversations and solutions. There's going to be, like Natalie was saying, we got some heavy hitters. Our first of all, our team, our committee,
Yeah, they're pretty.
that our diverse committee of different groups of women, just different races, different cultures, different
Experience.
age groups, different experiences that we're bringing in to help us pull this off. And it's going to be amazing.
And guess who we have in mind? The person that we have in mind is the person that's listening to this at this very moment. We have you in mind. So all of your insecurities, all of the thoughts that you've had, all of the questions, all of your concerns and frustrations, we have you in mind specifically because you is pretty much me.
Yep.
And you is pretty much LaVerne. So every person that's listening to this conference is for you because the ideal and concept and the intention behind it is to continue along creating this life of thriving, you
Right.
know, and you are a thriver and you have to change behavior
Right. To
consciously,
continue
you
to
know,
move
to
forward, I
continue
think to
to
continue
evolve.
for us
Yeah.
to continue to move forward and be our best selves, we have to continue to evolve ourselves as a person. You know, we can only get so far with faking it, pretending to be something that we're not. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but then at the end of the day, people will start to see through that. And so what we're
Yeah.
saying, and there's so many empowerment conferences and things that are out there, and they all can be amazing, and people learn from them and get things from it. I like to think that the one that we're putting on is slightly different because what we're saying is we want to recognize what our faults are and change them.
Yeah, we're calling out
Acknowledge,
that
because
inner shadow.
call a thing a thing. What you always say, call a thing a thing. If
Call a thing a
we
thing.
walking around here fake promoting, fake encouraging folks, that's a that's a
Fake
problem.
friendships,
Fake
all of
friendships,
that.
if we are here doing, and again, it's no judgment, we all have done it, but let's figure out how we move forward and to be better in it, to be better, so that the Rileys, your
Yeah,
baby girl can see how she's supposed to move as a true woman,
absolutely.
not flawless, not gonna always get it right, but if we can bring on that person, bring somebody behind us and try to encourage them and support them and mentor them, um, in a way of being real with them, like, sis, I was a hot mess too. You know what I'm saying? I was a hot mess. I
Yeah.
wasn't really supportive. I wasn't really always encouraging. But this is what you can do. So we're gonna have some dynamic people, all ranges. But you guys have to stay tuned to get more information. And we will definitely be dropping more information the more we know as we continue to plan, the more you will know. But
Yeah.
definitely go into ExPOSED at gmail.com and shoot us an email if you are interested in knowing more about the conference. If you're
No, scratch
interested,
all of that. If they want to not be a mean girl, they
yes,
want to take this pledge
yes,
with
taking the
you.
pledge, yes. Say
Hashtag no mean
I'm
girls
taking the
pledge.
pledge.
Yes, that's
All
what
you
that
got to
is.
do is email and say, or put in the subject line and just be like, no more mean girl, and we got you.
We got
We will
you.
send you the information to take that pledge. No more mean girls.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. So are
yeah.
you the 1 million person that's going to be standing with us? Because this is going to be a big deal. When I say that we are super excited and we had you in mind, um, I get chills thinking about it. I'm so excited. So we're going to leave it at that because, it's
It's
good, guys.
deep. It's
It's,
deep.
it's,
This is
it's
some good stuff.
good. This is good. So,
Yes.
with that being said, I mean, what else? What else on the plate? Do we have anything else?
So yeah, so just kind of continue to look forward to us. Oh, and shout out. Let me shout out real quick. Um Bedroom Secrets Milwaukee.
Oh yes,
We
guys.
still in February in the sense of love. Going on over to bedroomsecretsmke.com.
Yeah.
Absolutely, she take care of your lingerie needs and your other needs, and and that's what we're talking about in regards to sisterhood. You're not just gonna shop in her shop and pick up something and buy. Now you could do that, but that comes with going into her store is coming with a real sister friend, somebody who's going to tell
Yeah.
you and to help fit you, to complement your body, not just to catch a sale. You know what I'm saying? So just going on over and spend a little money and support our sis that way. So,
And if you are,
ooh,
I
my throat's
think,
dry.
I think, there is a piece of lingerie that's called Exposed. I think.
There is.
I think
If you
there is
go
a
to
piece
the
of
website,
lingerie.
you go to the website, there is a beautiful piece of lingerie that's called Exposed with some peekaboo stuff exposed.
We exposed here. So yes, shout out to Bedroom Secrets, mke.com. Beautiful concept. We're also always talking about like ways that we can just love on ourselves. And I'm so excited that this is the theme and the concept that we're pushing even for this conference, is that, you know, it's not really projected towards anyone else, but it's really to look at ourselves and
Right.
to want better and expect better from ourselves.
Right.
And so since I want the best for you and I know you want the best for me, I'm going to make sure that, you know, we're creating opportunities and spaces as we continue to evolve. And we want that for you, sis, you know,
Yes.
whoever you are out there. But dude, I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. So we
That's
just
all I
want to
got.
make sure we dropped in and give more information about that conference, 2021 conference, No More Mean Girls. And so stay tuned for more information. But that's it, girl.
Well, enough said. I'm Natalie Hayden.
And I'm LaVerne Badger.
And we are
Hey.
Expose the
Hey.
Podcast, signing off.
And we out, y'all. Y'all have
Peace
a
out.
very blessed week.
She definitely had a blessed week.
I had a blessed
Yeah.
week. I had a blessed weekend.
And
I had a blessed evening when I got home. We out, y'all.
Guys, bye.